I kind of think Carl and Anaya's was the best date. That book is like,
yes,
they get to take that home, and don't let them have kids. Don't let them have kids. Mommy and daddy got a book for you. Okay. Don't let them have kids.
Yeah, no, for real. You know they gonna use it.
I know. Be done ripped out the KC pages.
Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA Season 8. We are discussing the finale. We have made it to the end. Your girl is a little under the weather. The travel bug has hit. It's hit, and it's trying to slow me down, but I'm still up. Okay. Today is the last day to get your t-shirt. We have shirts for sale that says Watching Love Island like it's my full-time job. So if you're listening to this, make sure you get it if you haven't already. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and be in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on the season as a whole and just like where we ended up, because this was 2 hours that could have been one, like really could have been one.
Definitely. Yeah, it was boring, but I mean the finale is always boring. I just don't know why they make it.
I'm not sure. This was extra boring though, because we knew Trinity was gonna get it, and even though people believed it was a Maya Papaya, there was a lot of that Nicolandria. Are they gonna do it? And this time, I don't know.
Anticipation might be there, but the episode is still boring.
I can see
just
that.
Anticipation is waiting. I mean, last season we had the whole Huda and Chris thing. That was completely unexpected. Yeah. A breakup because that was the final day. Yeah. Either or though, they still be a little boring. So I was expecting it to be boring. I just was just like, ugh, 2 hours. I don't even know why I was surprised it was 2 hours. Them motherfuckers is always 2 hours. Just like the premiere is usually like 2 hours or an hour and a half or something like that. Something egregious. But yeah, I guess we could get through. I will say they have kept on theme with like, who's winning based on them dates. The more the romantic the date is, usually it signifies who at least the top two are for the most part. And the people who have the day dates usually are not the ones that are winning or the runner-up. So this year they did the exact same thing, giving Bryce and Trinity and Anaya and Carl the more romantic dates, or the more extravagant dates, I should say. So that was kind of like, okay, well, I don't know what to think about that. I feel like it's not fair, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at that point the voting is over. So it's like, it won't matter that much. It won't affect our votes, but let me admit something. I ain't vote in the election, okay? I didn't vote. Did you? Yeah, I was girl, I was asleep. I'm gonna be honest. I was asleep. And because a lot's been going on, like I said, and so I was asleep. And they like to do those 2 hour windows, and I'm just like, y'all got it. And I also just didn't think that I wasn't really worried about anybody. If anybody had gotten it in this bunch, I would have been okay. Even Zach and Kata, I would have hated it, but I would have been like, congrats, Kata. Can you take the money at least or whatever? Did they ask that this time, or did I just...
They did ask that this time.
Because I was like, I completely didn't see it, and I was like, did I zone out? What happened? Yeah. But I didn't... that's interesting. Why?
Maybe
why
because they know... I feel like they didn't ask because they always split it. Like, they always split it. So
I heard
it's a pointless question.
I heard that in some other country they didn't split it, and it was a big thing. Somebody said either UK or somewhere they didn't split it, or maybe it was Australia. I don't know, but they didn't. One person didn't split it, so I was like, oh, it's happened already. But if they keep doing it for the US, I feel like somebody's gonna split it.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. It just would be such a bad look. Like, I feel like everything that comes after Love Island, if you're the person to say I'm not splitting it, you're ruining all of the opportunities that come with being on the show. So it's like this little 100K is nothing to the millions you can make coming out of here by having good character and this one last display of being a couple. It
depends on your situation, because like a Melanie Sincere, I think Melanie would have been getting all the brand deals if she took it and she won. You know what I mean? But there was just no faith that she would do that. I saw a meme. We actually posted it that it was like she'd give him the 100K before she took that all that for herself, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to say on this episode because we have known this was going to be the result for a while. Yes. I said at the beginning, I think episode 1, I was like, she's going to be the darling of the season. Like, Bridgerton, the diamond. She's the diamond. But yeah, I don't have like a ton. Child, I was about to take my melatonin because I was like, we gonna be done. We gonna be done before that thing kick in because I don't have a lot to say.
Yeah, no, me either. I will say, though, them saying I love you was so fake to me. I was like, this did not seem like a real moment at all. And I just, like, every single episode, I'm just like the Casa Amor episode had me being a believer in Bryce and Trinity. But and that's the only episode, I think, to be honest, if I look back over the season. Because I'm just like, it's something about their conversations. I don't know. Now, the family visit, I was kind of like, okay, I'm seeing a little bit more for Bryce because of Bryce's people. I'm like, okay, maybe, mamas, I think they coming in to speak some type of truth a little bit. So I was like, maybe he do like her. I don't know. But when they said I love you, I was just like, is this real? Like, it just felt so producer planted a little bit, just a little bit. It'll be interesting to see what happens afterwards. Now, I know me, I'm all about the money, so I feel like if I was in the experience and I just knew what I could get, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to go down the long haul for at least about a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? It's a career at this point. It's our job. It's our job to be together. And hopefully at least the sex is good and the loving is good, and you treat me well, you respect me. But after that, we can go our separate ways if we really ain't feeling it. I'm serious.
Yeah, no.
I'm serious, baby. We're a brand.
Yeah.
Together and apart.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not going to say no names because I don't want nobody to come for me. So I ain't saying no names. But those who can have telepathy and know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying. But I do think that has happened to some couples recently. But that's just, I love that for them. And I have no issues with it. I also wouldn't have issues with it if that's Bryce and Trinity's. I do think like Bryce was just like I think he's playing the game. Like the way we were like, oh, Zach is playing the game, Bryce and Zach are playing the game. I think Bryce was playing the game or has been, and he like is the driver of every big move. Like, oh, we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh, you know, I love you. It's like he's the driver of all these big moves, and so I don't know. I have no clue, honestly. We'll see. I
don't know. I'm like, get your money. And too, I was just thinking about it, like, if Anaya and Carl would have won, they don't need that money. Carl people look like they come from money. Anaya people we know come from money. I'm like, they didn't need that money. Bryce and Trinity, they have similar single mother struggles. Like, he said his mama was getting it out the paint. Her mama was getting it out the paint. Neither one of them had like these fantastic jobs coming into Love Island. Not saying they should have because they are young, but still, you know what I'm saying? Just being a somewhat like, product of your environment, it feels like they needed it. Like this was a very great opportunity for them to change, just generational wealth for them. So I'm all for it.
Yeah. To that point, when the grandma came in and she was like, oh, I can see her going with him on his DJ gigs. And I had forgotten for a second that man did say he had a few jobs and DJing was one of them. He's a handyman too. Like, so he does. Yeah. He does seem like he needs the coin, but I had totally forgotten about that. It's the thing they keep playing up is the modeling, and then Jen came in and it's like, oh, this is what he does. But in the beginning, even he talked about how it's not really going lucrative the way he'd like it to go. Yeah. So, but it's probably going to start going now for sure.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Get all you can, especially in this first little year. Save up. I hope they have like good financial advisors, and all of them, even like the Nicolandrias and even like Amaya, all of the people who go through this experience, because to be so young and to touch that much money very frequently, like I'm sure it's difficult to know where to put what. But the good thing is there's so much financial advice going around. Hopefully nobody is just like, oh, just spend it, spend it, spend it. But yeah, they needed it, and so I was okay with that. Did you have anything else on them, or did you want to speak about any of the other couples?
Nothing else on them. I figure we can go through the dates maybe and talk about them. Who you want to start with?
Zach and Kata's dates. I felt so bad for them. I was like, damn, they ain't give them shit. Like, they got that little, the little people. They're all very extravagant dates. Let me just start there. But extravagant is like the baseline, or epic as they labeled them in the episode. And so, like I said in the beginning, it just be seeming a little unfair when you see Anaya and Carl get this storybook of their telenovela that they get to bring back. And you got Zach and Kata on the side of a boat, and that's supposed to be the most romantic part of the day. I don't know. So
I thought their date was fun. I thought I like the doing something dates. Those are my favorite dates. The other two are romantic, or they look romantic, but they're just, eating dinner, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah,
I like the doing something dates, but again, they aren't like super romantic. They're just hanging out,
Right. Which, you can learn a lot about a person with hanging out.
Yeah, for sure. I thought the stuff on the side of the boat was cute. I'd be like, can I keep it? You got my name on it. Can I keep it? But I'm sure that thing peeled right off.
As soon as the rental was
and
out.
homeboy got his boat back. But yeah, I don't have much on them. They, I think we expected them to be. Everybody was expected exactly where they were. The only possible question was, are people gonna vote Melanie and Sincere second or third? But really, I knew they were third because people just like Anaya and Carl. So it's just no other way to put it.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Do you want to talk about Melanie and Sincere's date a little bit?
Yeah, let's get into their date. Sincere, he was talking a lot of hot cash shit once again. It's going to be interesting. I literally can only just sit on the edge of my seat and wait, all the things that he's saying. And it's not even wait to see if there's change. It's wait to see him fuck up, which is sad to say. But I don't know. I think the only thing that he probably has going for him is the fact that his dad came in and like drilled on him so hard, which I think was definitely necessary, because before the family dates, his mama was already basically like on his side about stuff, and we saw in the little video clip that he got today that she was like, I'm just so proud of you for doing the best that you got, and so I don't know how that's gonna go.
One of the things for him when he was on that date, I was like, not you playing paper rock scissors with homegirl to see who's gonna get the massage. Okay, bruh, if you don't get that woman on the thing and let her enjoy a massage, I think they set him up for that because they know his little young ass is gonna be like, who gets it? Yes. Yeah, I was like, not paper rock scissors for the obviously this is for her, bruh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's just
yes. But yeah, he's so convinced that he has grown so much. So like I said, it was just wait for it to drop, an inappropriate DM or something, because it's gonna happen. And there are a lot of women out there, unfortunately, who would throw themselves at that type of circumstance and not care for their own clickbait, for their own experience. So if he doesn't know how to control that, which it doesn't seem like he does, he gonna be in a world of trouble.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Somebody was like, "This is him without his phone," literally, and it's like this is about to be a lot. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I do know like during the time period where Bryce was. Well, he was talking to Bryce about the L word, right? And he was just like, yeah, no, I mean, I do have love for her. Or he said something, everything but I love her. And he just kept talking about how much she's put up with as like, basically like, yeah, like she just, put up with so much. And it's just like, yeah. And it's just, it's really unfortunate that through all of that, there isn't even like the L word or something. I mean, granted, I don't know how fast people fall. Just being real, I don't know. Like, what's a typical time period that you feel like that people fall? Because 6 weeks is short, but also they're in there 24/7.
Yeah, that lengthens. People can fall in love after days. 3 dates. People can fall in love after a year. I think everybody is different. I don't think there's like a standard.
I mean, I think there's an average, Yeah,
that's like, probably an average.
So that's why I'm wondering about like what the average might be,
Yeah. I mean, they say for guys, like they know pretty quick, if they really want to be with somebody and if they love somebody. So,
yeah, it's interesting. I do think that in that conversation, Bryce was kind of just like, he had no words. He was just looking at him. And I'm like,
he know he a fool.
Right. Carl was like, yeah, resilient. That's the word. Like a nice way to say she been sticking through,
right,
all the things. Right. But yeah, Melanie and Kata were kind of talking about how both of these dates were the best dates ever. But it's like, these guys didn't plan none of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Melanie, it was like best first date. Producer.
Correct.
Yeah.
With the budget.
Yeah.
With the budget.
Let us chit chat about Carl and Anaya's dates. I'm slowly becoming, not that I was not a believer in Kanaya, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think it's going to survive for a good little bit, I think.
Especially because they're just both so nice. I think that is what they have going for them. And I think above anything, right? Like when you're just two nice people, I think that kind of helps with like just staying around, even if it's not necessarily. No, I'm serious, because it's like you don't want to hurt the other person, and so like you just find the nice things to like about the other person, and then you do the same thing, vice versa. Not saying that they don't like each other. I think they do, but I just think like because they're just so nice, like it's just gonna be a nice, calm relationship. Like I don't think there's like you ain't got to worry about Carl's head turning. You don't have to worry about Anaya like getting excited about attention. Like they're just two grounded people who come from, it seems like, good families, and so yeah, they look very posh together for sure. Even their families walking in together, I was like, yeah, they look good.
Yeah. The fairy tale book was really cute. I was like, Dad, they could have smoothed over some of these KC parts.
No, literally, because did we have to put that in the book?
I know. But either way, it was.
It is her story.
Yeah. Anything else on their date?
No, it was cute. And then who do you have left?
Trinity and Bryce are winners.
Trinity and Bryce. Yes, like I said, dropped that L word. Didn't believe it. Their date was also cute too, though.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the same date, except they had, instead of a fairy tale book, they had the fire dancers. Yeah. I kind of think Carl and Anaya's was the best date. I mean, the fire dancers was great, the performance, but also that book is like.
Yeah,
they get to take that home, and don't let them have kids. Don't let them have kids. Mommy and Daddy got a book for you, okay? Don't let them have kids.
Yeah, no, for real. They're gonna use it.
I know, but you done ripped out the KC pages. Like, you don't need to see that. Right. But yeah. I don't know if you have any other thoughts on the episode or the season as a whole, but
No. Well, I did have one thought. I wasn't here for the family episode, and when Anaya's mom was like, "Stop doing that crying, you getting on my nerves," my heart went out for Anaya. I was like, this is why she is probably not the best with her emotions sometimes, because it's like this is a high pressure, intense environment that's going to bring out emotions, and like although I'm sure the Islanders like settle in, they still know they're being watched and observed, right? Like she still is getting embarrassed on TV essentially, and like, yeah, like let your daughter cry. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why
she felt like that.
Yes,
she said you're getting on my nerves.
Or it's getting on my nerves. It was something to that effect. I don't have the exact quote. It's not the exact. I'm not sure the exact quote, but I just remember like I was a little taken aback, like at her reaction to Anaya having, because Anaya was about to cry in the moment. She was like, "Stop on that cry! Like, don't you cry!" It was giving them type of vibes. And I remember discussing that, like, when she went to the photo booth to cry alone, like the pressure that she must have coming from an athlete family, like, and all the things she's probably told, like, she has to be strong. She has to be strong. And so I wasn't a fan of that.
I could see that for sure. I mean, I definitely left the sentiment I had after her mom left was that like her mom came to snatch that ear just a little bit, and be like, girl, tell Melanie the right thing, and everything else. So I could see it. I don't remember it all the way, but also sometimes I'll be doing two things at once. So I might have just not seen it.
Anything else on this season, this episode?
Nothing really. Like, do you think that it was a boring season as a whole, or did you enjoy it? Because a lot of people were talking about it being boring, and I think sometimes because we have to watch every episode, I don't even think about whether it's good or bad unless it's like really, really boring.
I was a more boring season, I would say a little bit. It wasn't as like too much going on, especially because everybody just stayed with their people, like as soon as they got them, right? Like, so yeah, I feel like if Kinsey was a more likable person, like even her storyline would have brought more oomph and excitement. Like, ooh, what's gonna happen? It was sad to see Melody like just be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm gonna give it a try because I don't want to live with any what ifs. I want to tell a girl there's also the what if of choosing yourself. Like there's a what if there as well. But yeah, it wasn't the best season for sure.
Anna, what if this MF breaks your heart? What if this man, gives you a baby? Oh God. What if the worst things happen?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I will say they had boring moments, but like this at the end, but because if Casey was in that final, that thing I would have been voting. I like Black love, but I needed that man to just have a little bit of a chin check. He can't have look. I think I think him leaving with his apology, and I think he's going to be treated better than he would have been treated because of the apology. Like I wouldn't have, we could have him on the show. We talk to KC, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have no issue with where he is now, and it does seem like he's moving towards a growth. Or can move towards growth. So, but I would have been a little worried if he had made it in the final four, but it would have been fun, more exciting to watch the finale to see what was going to happen. Yeah. But anywho, but that's it. The reunion is going to be August 31st. We will be back for that. And if there's some, in between tea, we might, do an episode here and there. But we're watching a couple different things like Big Brother. I recorded a video. I never do videos. I don't like to do them that much, but I recorded a video talking about the differences and the similarities. It'll be on social media. So if you're a fan of Love Island, I would say give it a try. You got to skip episode 1. Just skip it.
Yeah.
Because it's skip it. You gotta you gotta give it a whole week. Give it through them sending the first person home, because you gotta give it a second to let it cook. Okay, but overall, it's an interesting concept that is similar in some ways and also different. But that's what we're gonna be jumping into now. They're living in a house right now as well, and they'll be there until like September. And yeah, it's gonna be another, long show with lots of recaps.
We also have Married at First Sight. I think that starts the 12th. So today,
it rolled over for me. The episode after I finished Love Island, it rolled right over into the episode episode 1. So I was like, it seems like it's got a little spiciness going on. So yeah, we're excited to only have 2 shows to cover that aren't every night,
Yeah, so. Definitely. Yeah. All right, teens. So that is all for Love Island. Make sure you get your t-shirt, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and we will catch you for the other shows. Bye.
Bye.